bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. Yeah, it's the kind of thing, you know, we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks whistling at them on the country. Yes, sir. You know, we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Wilson Seahawks going up against Palmer's Cardinals. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Time with Johnson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. The slot man in motion right. On second down, here's Palmer. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Earl Thomas in on the stop. Let's look at this offense now, and let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young talent from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas. Hard to cover, great moves in short areas.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On second down, Palmer. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
When you say the name Richard Sherman, you get a wide variety of reactions. All I know is that when I watch him play, very few false steps, an excellent understanding of what offenses are trying to do.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8.
Hey, let's go, let's go. 95, mirror.
On 3rd down, Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to try and go deep again. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
Play action. It's Wilson. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. The grab made by Kurz over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Patrick Peterson is almost an anomaly at cornerback. A big, thick, physical guy who can run with any receiver in the league.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter where they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football on the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. Back deep, Dre Archer. Here's Archer. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And the back goes into motion.
Mirror. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Mirror. Sally 19.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, Lacey. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They come out here in the eye. On third down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. One back is Lacey. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. From the gun, it's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now Wilson on second down. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
In the slot on the right is Graham. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's John Ryan now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is Archer. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now it's Palmer. It's complete to Jerome Brown. A good pickup there at 22.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us, and then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line, and they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
On first down, it's Palmer. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, Coach... always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now a first down following that long gain. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. A first down carry here for Johnson. Room here to run. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Blue 58. Blue 58. Mike by 4. Deep. Check. Here we go. Deep. 19. Let's go.
Again, it's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the red zone now, here's Palmer on first down. This will be caught at the 2. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far. There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball was...
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They begin the drive with Lacey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Second down following the run. Again, it's Lacey. Fighting through. And some room to roam now. And a cutback right sideline. And they do finally get him at the 12. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
One back is Lacey. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. Look at the big man rumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. first down, Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Play action. Now Wilson looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On first down, Procise. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Kindici in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
4 down. Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Team.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. Eluding the pressure right. On the run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
3 down. All right, now, blue 95. Blue 95. Check. Watch 54. Sally 19. Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Get ready. Mirror. Let's go. Blue 95.
second down. Palmer. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now Palmer on third and long, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Get ready. Blue 58.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Get ready. 1-18. 1-18.
On third down, Palmer. And Nelson's got it here right side. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Shift together here from the D-line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime, and actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Really tough drive, but that run help salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
They run it again with Lacey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Wilson, Baldwin with it over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right? on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First down, this is Rawls. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacey. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure on the offensive side, they said there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at him, keep handing him the football.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Graham slotted out to the left. Now it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Finding time. And left side here, it's Graham. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Throwing is Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he won't go down. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They go to Johnson again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. 7 yards remain now on third down. Play action. It's Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target. And that brings up fourth down. Here's Brandon Fields now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here. Graham slotted out to the left. On second down, here's Wilson. And to the left side here, Wilson. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on a passing play.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. Eddie Lacy, see you later. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Eddie Lacy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, Palmer. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Fresh set of downs here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Time running out here on the play clock. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Get ready. Blue 58. Regular. Regular. 99. Mirror. Regular. Check 4.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Here we go. Wide 18.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. And the play clock's running down. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
All right, now. Wide 18. Wide 18.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Blue 58. Blue 58. Team. Mirror. Here we go. Blue 58.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing again here, Palmer. He sets to fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Palmer now to throw on third down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty.
Here we go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Play clock winding down. Now Palmer to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing is Palmer, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On now in a big spot in this ball game is the kicker, Nick Novak. This for the lead in the final stages. And Novak's kick is good. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They start the drive on the ground, replace it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in hours, right, the overall game sheet, but you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things. hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. And able to find Graham, complete. Give him 14 on the play. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He's back to throw. Complete outright to Kurz. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
A gain of 3, second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell, sell, sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block it, and he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Back to throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Third and short, it's both sides. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kick. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown.
Lacey hit. He lost the football. It's out. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. They have great starting field position here in overtime. You can bet they're not thinking field goal. They want to win this now.
And we know with the still relatively new overtime rules, the mindset has changed for everyone around the league about getting the ball because you want to score the touchdown to end the game. In this case, with this type of field position, even more of an emphasis on that. Settling for a field goal would feel like a failure now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58. Regular.
Palmer gives to Johnson, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Hey. All right, now. 1-18. 1-18.
On second down, Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Here we go. Blue 58.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Novak hung it out to the right, missing it right, no good, and that changes everything here in OT. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Wilson going to give to Rawls. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here. Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Third and long. It's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Wilson a give to Rawls. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. Given free on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll run. This is Lacey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. 2 minutes to go here in over. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a big spot forthcoming for the kicker, Blair Walsh. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime.